Hey, Chris from Funneltopia here. This video, I want to quickly show you the blogs feature. I don't know, quite a few people might not even seen it, that it's under sites. There's like a whole new section, and just kind of blitz you through all the kind of things you can do and the capabilities and where to find stuff. But yeah, let's just get right to it, I guess. Now let's go to sites, blogs, and let's just create a new blog, like a whole, let's say it's a food blog in this case, right? Let's just click on create a new one. And in this case, yeah, like I said, let's say it's a food blog, recipes, whatever, right? So blog title would be, I don't know. I'm just going to name it food blog just for the simplicity's sake, but obviously you're going to have a more creative name and then pick your domain. Pretty straightforward, right? So it's the domain / blog in my case. In your case, might be something else. I don't know. Just, yeah, whatever. The slug is basically this part. It's also called the URL path in other places. So yeah, just it's the same thing. Meta description. That's kind of, yeah, the summary. I don't know. Just something, my, I don't know, favorite recipes, whatever. Peace, ease, I think that's how you spell it. But keep in mind that there's a 100-character limit, so keep it short. So the first part, that's really straightforward. Let's click on create. It might take a second for it to kind of, I think the previous time I did it was took like 10-15 seconds. Yeah, so there we go. And now we have kind of like a couple of main sections that you should be aware of. Here you can see you can do blog posts, right? So that's, let's say you do weekly blog posts. This is where you create them. You just click plus and you just put in the text, images, all that stuff. We'll get to that in a second. But first, we will edit the blog site itself. Over here, let's click on the white button and basically the layout. So there's like two types of pages. Blog home, which essentially is going to give you there's two types of layouts you can do. If you can click on this element at the bottom, it's going to say blog posts. So this is kind of like it lists out all your blog posts, right? So if you click on it, styles, or maybe it was advanced. Where was it? I'm trying to remember now. No, it's under general. So over here, you can pick different types of layouts, right? You can have kind of like a list and a standard. So if you click on over here on compact, kind of gives you this. It's just your preference, really. Me, I would take this, but maybe you like this. So that's kind of, doesn't matter really. But yeah, over here, you can kind of pick which things you want to preview. Maybe you don't want to preview the publish date. Some blogs don't preview them, right? Or maybe the descriptions are kind of, I don't know, seem redundant. And obviously, yeah, you can kind of click on these checkboxes. This stuff, this is pretty straightforward. Yeah, just kind of the things I just went through. And styles, that's kind of all color stuff. Let's say, yeah, post over here. If we click on it, it's white. We can change it to pink, right? So as you make changes, you'll see what is what and kind of adjust based on your branding. So this is this will be kind of the main blog page, but you can add more elements. This is kind of bland. You can add like a navigation bar, bar at the bottom. That's kind of like I don't know, maybe you have like pre-saved section templates. I don't know, copyright footer. I don't remember what this one looks like, but this should be pretty close to what I want. So let's just kind of click on the section. Let's try to change its color. Change it to black. Yeah, so let's say a footer, again, obviously they're going to be more sophisticated in real life, but just kind of, there's a footer at the bottom. You can add more elements. You can add like I don't know, a form or contact form or, whatever your blog site might need. This is kind of just like the base, the core of it, just the blog element, but you can add more elements above and below it. Over here is just, yeah, all the usual page builder elements. And yeah, so that's the blog layout, but make sure to actually publish it. So that's the first thing. And as you preview it now, it will not show you anything. It will just pretty much, for the actual blog section, right, the part I made pink, it will not show you anything because there's no blog posts. So that's going to be one of the things we're going to look at next. And before we do that, yeah, there's another type of page. There's a blog home and blog post. So this is when they click on one of the posts. The middle part kind of will be the blog post itself, right? This is the blog element. This is just a preview. This is not the actual blog post, but this is the preview of the blog post you'll be doing within this orange border, right? This will contain your blog post. And again, you can add more elements. You can add the navigation bar, like the header, the footer. Below the blog post, maybe you have a lead generation element, right? Because one of the purposes of blog is to kind of generate leads for your mailing list, right? That's kind of one of the ways to do it. This can be one of your traffic sources. So beyond just having the regular blog post itself, you can have a form below that's like, hey, you want to, get a freebie, my guide, whatever, my recipe book, whatever it is, sign up for it for free over here. So you can add these elements here. You can click on the plus, and you can have a, do we have a form element? I think we do. No. Let's go on down below. That's going to take me a while to find it. But essentially, yeah, let's say you can add a button that takes them to a landing page, right? You can just kind of add it in here and just add more elements, just play around, see how it works. But just to kind of let you know that the options are still here. It doesn't just need to be this bland page and that's it. But about the blog posts themselves that occupy this field, this blog content element, let's publish it and let's leave. Although I don't know why I'm publishing it, so I'm not going to use this. This is a bad preview, but let's go back. So let's say we want to create our first blog post, next blog post, whatever. It's still in the blog section in the food blog that we created. Create a blog post and the title, I don't know, recipe, whatever the name of it, right? You can add an image. So let's change this. I don't think I have anything food related, so we're going to have a yellow t-shirt. That's totally not the food recipe, but I don't know, not food. That's going to be the alt text when they like, I think this is kind of for the search engines as well, for like additional kind of language that can be used for them to kind of better, for you to be found on search engines easier. I'm not sure about alt text. All I know is you hover over an image, there's like text shows up, right? That's one of the things, but that happens. But this, I think it's like for SEO reasons as well. You can use the alt text. I think that's still a relevant thing. And the post description, obviously, as well. You can just put in, I don't know, whatever, my favorite recipe. Right, and I don't think there's there's no big limit. Oh, that's the recommended 100 to 250. This, again, might change over time, right, based on SEO best practices. Currently, 100 to 250 characters. Keep it within there, preferably. Create a post. And now we're going to go in, we're going to create that post, and then later on, this post will occupy, remember that orange border that I showed, like the blog post page? So these will be the posts that will occupy those orange elements. But yeah, here, again, SEO best practices, let's say main headline, and then sub headline 1, text, sub headline 2, right? And then you can do the the kind of the header tags, h1, h2, right? Just like all the regular blog stuff. If you're doing blogs, you'll know this stuff much better than I do. Put in text, put in images, links, all the regular, put in an inspirational quote if you need one. All of this stuff as per usual. Just put it in and make the blog post. And as it's done, let's continue. Now we need to post it, and there's the URL slug, right? That's this part again. Remember we did the slash post or we did slash blog, but in this case it's if it's a post and slash post, and then the actual post slug. So this helps with SEO as well, as far as I remember. I haven't done a blog myself, but this this is important as well. So you can kind of write out your slug over here. Canonical link, I'll be honest, I don't know what a canonical link is. If you're doing blogs, you'll know better than I do, so you'll just, again, it's not mandatory, but still, if you know, you know. If you don't, then it's no biggie in this case. Category, you can create categories, right? You can have, let's say if it's food recipes, vegan, keto, vegetarian, whatever, right? You can just kind of create them here. Add new category, put them in here. And then, add keywords. That's also for SEO, I guess. And then author. These are not team members. These are actual authors that you need to create. So you kind of create new ones, and then you'll have drop down of authors that you can pick from. Who's the author of this blog post article? Remember when there's like a list of blog posts, there's also like an author name. So this is where, you kind of pick that. And for as long as it's not ready, you can keep it as a draft. You can publish it right away, or you can schedule and publish it. Kind of like, like sending out an email. It's the same thing. You can keep it as a draft. You can send it just right as it's done, or you can publish it for, 2 days later. If you have like a strict schedule and you're doing work ahead of time, this is a good feature. But that's kind of the short version. I didn't save it, so that's why it's not showing up here, but it's just going to be a list of blog posts essentially. Yeah, just I tried to blitz through this as quickly as possible. I don't know how long the video is, but yeah, keep in mind you can do the posts, you can edit the style, and the style has two types of pages. It has the blog post overview page, and then the other type is the blog post page itself. So any blog post that they click on in that initial page, then that page will have a different style. You can kind of customize it to your needs. But this is really like simple, bare bones, easy to use. As you can see, just kind of took us like 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, to kind of go through kind of like just broad strokes, the functionality of it, not going into actual SEO. The functionality itself is really simple. And yeah, this stuff, I don't know, canonical links, again, I have no idea. Settings, was there anything in the settings? Not really. This was when we were setting it up at the beginning. But yeah, you can put in tracking codes for like, I don't know, like pixels and for ads and stuff. You can put that in here. Chat widget, right? Conversations AI and GDPR compliant fonts. That's kind of additional things, but these are in addition to all the regular stuff. Click through all of it. As if you've done blogs, I think this will be much easier than WordPress. If you've done WordPress blogs, this will probably be a cakewalk. But if you kind of go through this, and if you have any questions as you start doing it, then just click on down below. 24/7 chat support. Let us know. Yeah, about this or just anything else Funneltopia related. We'll make sure to respond as quickly as possible. But if you don't have any questions, I will see you in the next video. Bye.